So for those remaining 4 years, if you are a renewable fuels producer who doesn't have an income tax liability, you don't have the opportunity now to go monetize that tax credit at, call it 90 to 95% of the face value, which is a rather big disruptor, wasn't in any other provisions that we had seen. So again, supportive through 2027, but that would be something for your smaller biofuels companies. Most of them don't have the income tax liability. You'd probably see some change here over the next 3 to 4 years, whether it's on the M&A front or just restructuring to capture that. The second provision was uh, it was restricted now to North American feedstock. So in order to generate the credit, you'd have to be using Canadian, Mexican, or US feedstocks. And for us, when we look at this, when you consider 45Z is one component of the overall biofuel stack, the second component of that is also in this timing stage, we expect something to come out in the next 2 weeks in the renewable fuels volume obligation. If we have numbers there where the industry is circulating at about 5.25 billion gallons, uh, paired with the restrictions in 45Z of you have to use North American feedstocks, we think about 25% or so of US renewable fuels will be running off of non 45Z compliant feedstocks. So it's actually a restriction there where we think the rest of the components would have to adjust for it. The North American feedstock component is obviously a windfall for your US soybean oil, canola oil producers. And this kind of goes with the last component that was changed, where they removed a provision called the indirect land use penalty. And this was something that in previous stages penalized canola and soybean oil. Removing this provision puts US ag based inputs similar to their waste based peers. So, animal fats, used cooking oil, and this would add, call it 3 to 4 cents a pound of incremental tax value for soy in this case scenario. And I think that's part of the initial indication that we've seen since Monday, where soybean oil now is up at about 51 cents a pound versus 48 previously. So I think those are the big provisions. Ultimately supportive that we know 45Z is, you know, has the political backing, the extension to 2031